The investigation continues on the murder-suicide of a family of 5 here in Berks County. I'm Katie Filling. Questions remain about who's responsible. Luckily, no one was injured, but there were 2 children inside the barn when the fire started, but they were able to get out in time and bring the animals with them. And on the worst days of construction, owners say that these cones blocked their customers from all 3 of their entrances. AAA says that one of the biggest benefits of traveling this holiday weekend will be seeing some of the lowest gas prices in over a decade. All you have to do is fill out this form and police will take away your stress by performing daily checks on your home. Airport officials say when you're getting ready to go through the security line, make sure to have your liquids out of your bag and don't fly with anything that could be considered a weapon, such as a pocket knife. The mother of one of the shooting suspects blames the group Black Lives Matter for encouraging her son and nephew to shoot police. Today, a local member of Black Lives Matter says it rejects any kind of violence. As the oldest running market in America, nearly 17,000 guests walk through these stores every week to get local fresh produce and homemade treats. With over 30 flavors to choose from, customers say it can be hard to choose just one. But what's easy? Telling us how much they love it. Police make an arrest after a man walking home from a wedding was murdered. I'm Katie Filling. Safety concerns from neighbors coming up. Police say 17-year-old Marcus Rutter has admitted to the murder of Nicole Mathewson, a 32-year-old school teacher at Brownstown Elementary. On the night of December 15, 2014, Rutter and his accomplice, 25-year-old Thomas Moore, broke into Mathewson's North Franklin Street home. After police say they beat her to death, they stole her car and her debit card and then took off. Moore already pleaded guilty in February and is serving a life sentence. Rutter is also pleading guilty to 6 felony charges and will be sentenced on July 29th. Live outside the Lancaster County Courthouse, Katie Filling, News 8. Police are still investigating a stabbing that happened here on South Prince Street by the Mifflin Street Alley. Police say a man in his 30s took a blow to the abdomen around 9:30 this morning. The victim went into his home after being stabbed and told the people inside to call 911. He was then taken to the hospital by ambulance.
He was conscious and talking, and he was still doing that when they put him in the ambulance and they left here.
Police are not sure if it happened outside in the alley or inside the home. Investigators gathered evidence and photographed the scene, but they didn't find a weapon. In downtown Lancaster, Katie Filling, News 8. This is how the Lancaster City Alliance defines panhandling.
Someone trying to take advantage of someone's generosity.
And that's been happening in downtown Lancaster for years. A new campaign is changing that. The Alliance says it's okay to say no to panhandlers.
What we have found out through our studies is panhandlers are not homeless, and the homeless are generally not panhandling.
They choose to not work. They're not in need of the money, and most of it is not going to the places that you want it to.
City ambassadors like Kat Bach say the panhandlers can make up to $500 a day. She interacts with them on a daily basis.
Hi there, how are you guys doing today? We chat for a little bit and catch up, just, I check on him, make sure he's doing all right.
Ambassadors are holding up this sign next to panhandlers, who then take their sign and move on. David says there are better ways to make a contribution.
Look at the services that are being provided for those who are homeless. And if they want to help those organizations who are doing a tremendous job for the homeless, support them. Not the man holding the sign on the street.
In the past 2 years, the ambassadors say their efforts have reduced panhandling in the city by 50%, and that can make a big difference to community members.
They have felt more at ease being downtown, like they're not being pestered for money, they don't feel pressured, and they feel safer.
In Lancaster, Katie Filling, News 8. Good evening, I'm Katie Filling. Right now in Kentucky, police in Madisonville are looking for an alleged arsonist who tried to burn down a building and also ended up lighting himself on fire. In Vermont, a schoolhouse was moved in an old-fashioned way, oxen. 44 oxen pulled the school, which was built in 1823, to its original location in Brownington. Right now in York, police are looking for a killer. 36-year-old Eugene Brabham was shot to death Saturday on the 200 block of Pine Street. Police think it may have happened during an attempted robbery. The homicide happened right on the street. Police are asking any witnesses to come forward. In Lancaster, I'm Katie Filling, for News 8.